This is Ed back again with another video from the Outer Light channel on the Steam blockchain on DTube and Steemit, as well as other platforms like BitChute and YouTube. I'm just recording the screen because it's faster and it's easier with something like this. So I just want to point out some stuff. First, we're just going to jump into, I'm just on DTube here at the moment. DTube, in my opinion, better than YouTube because it's free, okay? And it's about freedom of expression. And that's important to me, okay? It's important to me to be able to express myself. Look, but if you go over to Vice, Vice is very angry about people's ability to express themselves, okay? It's very angry about it because Vice News stating here that users of the far-right social network GAB can now comment on the entire internet. They pretty much go through this article to call GAB the center of the KKK, fascist organization trying to destroy the world. It's literally like Dr. Evil out of Austin Powers. That's what GAB is, according to Vice News. And if you go through this article, okay, we'll read a couple of sections from it, but if you go through this article, you spot some unfortunate thing about this article, and you've seen these hit pieces before, so I won't read. Look at this. Look at this ending of Vice. Look at the kind of things they have. Okay, Vice News. 1 year after Charlottesville, the alt-right is in shambles. And then they say they're talking about neo-Nazis and stuff like this for their next article there. But basically, they use that as a way to prime the mind at the end of an article. It's not just to refer to another Vice News article. They want to end on a note, okay? But the fact is, if you go through that, there's no comment section. Unfortunately, okay, this after all this hit piece, and they go into Captain Marvel. We're going to comment on that very quickly as well. The saying it's dangerous, pretty much, that people are allowed to talk and comment on Captain Marvel. Well, that's what they kind of allude to. But here's just the top here, and then we'll jump over to what the comments actually say on the Vice News article, because that is the power of Dissenter. The main power is that if you put one URL into Dissenter, the whole world can comment under that one URL. There's not this diffusion over the entire internet of different forums under one URL. No, it's under multiple URLs and different forums you can't find because they've been shadow banned or deranked or whatever. It's all under one URL. And that's the importance of this Dissenter app, which hopefully one day will also be on the blockchain. So GAB, the social network of the far right, has extended its free speech platform with a tool that allows users to bypass rampant corporate censorship and comment almost everything on the internet, almost anything, the company said Tuesday. Vice is pretty angry. And then they go into this fact about Captain Marvel, etc., and people commenting on Captain Marvel and so on and so forth, and then a few other things here as well. But a lot of these players, including Wyatt, have come out with these kinds of things saying that the Dissenter app is far right, etc. Let's have a look what the actual owner of, well, let's have a look at the Dissenter comments here. So what you do is throw the URL of that article up in there, and then it'll pull up this article, which everyone in the world can comment under. And here's the owner of GAB saying, GAB is not a far-right social network, David. Do you describe Twitter as an ISIS social network or YouTube as a pedophile social network? I don't think so. GAB is a social network that has always and will always welcome all people to speak freely. And then this classic line here. No comment section on Vice, question mark? What a surprise. Not anymore. And it's true, because if you go through this, look at all the comments and you can read through those. But Vice doesn't like people commenting, okay? It's dangerous. Look, if you're arguing against people's ability to speak, and you're saying that people shouldn't be able to do it, that makes you the fascist. They are literally the fascist. And if you go through Vice's website, all they talk about is race, the color of someone's skin constantly, the sexual orientation of someone. That's all they talk about, is they are infested with it. And it's what it is. It's identity politics. And I went into my reasoning why they do these types of things, the funding mechanisms behind the cloak or the curtain, so to speak, far, far, far behind Vice. You know, this is just a front end here. It's basically to destroy the idea of identity and speech and all these types of things to remove the salience and make people more palatable to globalism and the subsequent philosophies therein, that come from that. But let's go over to Captain Marvel very briefly before I head off. So here is Captain Marvel from Rotten Tomatoes, who was cited in Vice there as one of the dangerous things that could possibly happen. Look, they might comment on Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel removed its comment section. Okay? Well, let's go have a look at the comment section as an example. So Captain Marvel here, and you see the audience score has been removed, the tomato meter has been removed. All to protect what? Look, this is the reason I'm not going to see Captain Marvel, unless, my subscribers wanted me to review it or something. That's the only situation I'll go see it, otherwise I wouldn't be interested in it. But the fact is I don't like being told like I'm a child in a classroom. And that's what I feel like with all these people like Brie Larson, Vice. I mean, they're not my parents, okay? They're not my parents. I'm not like some kind of a child in the back of a classroom, trying to listen to the teacher. We're out of school, man, and I've been out of school for a long time. I don't like movies where they're trying to educate me, quote unquote, to something. Here is what is the truth. I don't like that. I like if I'm going to watch a piece of entertainment, I can understand, I can happily watch something if it's a documentary and they're trying to put across a point. But with entertainment, with fiction, I don't want to be brainwashed with all this propaganda and all this identity politics. Brie Larson was in the scandal because she reiterates nothing but literally racist propaganda, judging people on the color of their skin, or what types of journalists should be in the room, or talking about this or that. She's the first female, heroine in a movie, which is a ridiculous statement, and it negates all history, whatever happened to Sigourney Weaver in Aliens, who was in an action movie. She says she's the first superhero. Well, what about Halle Berry and Catwoman? That was a disaster in terms of box office. What about Supergirl in the 1980s? Look, she's first at nothing, but they just make up lies and say they're first. They just do that over and over again, and that's the only thing. So what happens is I can't go into a movie theater and sit down and enjoy a movie theater with all this baggage that's been pumped into my brain, all these kind of divisionary systems and all this kinds of Marxist propaganda, and enjoy the movie anymore. That's why I'm not going to see the movie, okay? Why would I see the movie like that? I don't need to go to North Korea and watch their propaganda. Why would I go watch Captain Marvel? That's the problem with Captain Marvel. I have no idea what the movie is. Even if it's the greatest movie in the world, I wouldn't be able to enjoy it if I knew I was watching Titanic and literally Rose was a communist and had spent the last 10 years telling me how we have to accept communism, and Jack was sort of like is promoting all Marxist propaganda, saying he didn't want any, people of certain denominations to see Titanic back in 1997. I couldn't watch Titanic and enjoy that. Okay, so I just wouldn't be able to do it. And I think Titanic is a finely made movie, by the way. It is a fine movie, though I haven't seen it since when it came out, and I went to the movie theater with my old girlfriend back in the 90s. So I can't even actually remember the plot line. But let's have a look at the comment section of Captain Marvel. Very swiftly here before I go. So, of course, here just came over to Dissenter.com. Anybody can do this. You don't even need a GAB account. I think this is... Maybe I'm on the wrong button here. No, actually, put it up here, I think. I've pushed the wrong button. Have I pushed the wrong button? Yeah, I've got to put it up here in this URL here. So put it in there. Put it in Rotten Tomatoes. Okay, so now we're on this Captain Marvel, and look at all the comments. Here's Sargon of Akkad. Well, look what we have here, a film where the ratings have been removed, and yet I can still make my voice heard. And lots of people talking about Captain Marvel. The more popular this app gets, the more massive the comment section will become until it's just a stream of constant comments. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out under one URL. But this has 2,000 comments already. 2,000. Wonder how we get to the next page. I'm not sure how we actually get to the next page in this comment section. Excuse me. I don't actually know how to do that. Anyway, probably have to figure it out. Maybe it's one of my plugins. I've got a lot of flash blockers and all these types of things that block everything. So I don't know, maybe. But that's the main point anyway. I just wanted to point out, hey, it's freedom. Now, I might disagree with what people are saying, maybe, if I read through this. Maybe I agree with what they're saying. But it's not about what I want them to say. It's about, you know, respecting their right to say something, because in essence, that protects my own right to say something. So just because I disagree with someone doesn't mean like Vice and all these places I want to censor them and not have them on the internet. Vice is a fascist organization, in my opinion. It just is. It's the whole idea about like constantly focusing on race and, you know, these types of things. Constantly talking about racist issues. They're just always, it's always about the color of your skin, or it's about a documentary about the color of someone's skin. How about just people? We're all people and human beings. I'm a human being, said the Elephant Man. I think those were the words. I can't remember. End of the Lynch movie, or the Lynchian line there from the Elephant Man. We're all human beings. We all bleed red. Just talk about things that unite us. Talk about the things that, you know, that empower us. You know, things that really empower people? Okay, is the ability of free speech. Free speech empowers everybody. Doesn't matter what color your skin is. Doesn't matter what sexuality you are. The ability for everybody to say something empowers everyone. When you take things away from everybody, then it dispowers everybody. It takes people power away from the people. God, I was reading this. I mean, it doesn't make... The article is just a classic Vice, really. I mean, it just goes through it, then slowly frames and subverts GAB to be like dangerous. Here they have another link in the middle. You know, these are their plug-in articles, are already flooded with anti-Semitic hate. I mean, I'd go through this article, but what's the point? You've seen a million of them before, etc., etc. In the meantime, go and do your own research. Of course, decide for yourselves. This is Ed from the Outer Light channel and the dailyrabbithole.com. Stay safe, and I'll see you all later.